Sometimes at the last minute, I think, oh man, I just have a few more people that I'd really like to get a gift for Christmas. And I particularly love it when I can make it out of Dollar Tree supplies. So this one is a quick, easy way to make a fun little thing that you can give to a neighbor, friend, teachers, whoever you think might need a little extra something. So I'm going to take a couple of plastic bottles. You can use water bottles or soda bottles, whatever. And I'm just going to cut them into a position where they will hold my sock upright. So what I do is I start it with an X-Acto knife and then cut around with scissors. You can cut all the way around with the X-Acto knife, whatever works easiest for you. Now, as I'm demonstrating how to make this little sock decoration, I will say that I try to speed it up so I'm not wasting your time. But if ever it's going too fast, you can either slow it down on the YouTube channel, or you can even pause it. If you're going to make this as we go, and if I'm going too fast, go ahead and just pause it until you catch up and then continue on. For each one of these sock decorations, you will need 2 soda bottles, water bottles. So you need to cut the top off, and then they are ready to go. I will say that the plastic is easy to trim with the X-Acto knife. Now, this is something that you could even do with small children. Probably wouldn't want them using the X-Acto knife, but they could use even the children's scissors will cut through the thin plastic from a water bottle or a Coke bottle. Okay, so we're just going to get the sock in position, and I love these snuggly socks. Any color would work, and I pick up these from the Dollar Tree during the winter time. Okay, now we're going to get a piece of cardboard and a piece of foam. Now, this craft foam sheet I use for so many different things, and you could actually interchange it with fabric or with felt. So whatever you can get your hands on, I try to use what I already have, but however, we're just going to glue the foam right onto the cardboard, and then we'll cut it out to make the sole of our shoe. Now you can use a glue stick or Elmer's glue, whatever works easier for you. Now you don't have to have any specific measurement. I just try not to waste any of the craft foam because I'll use it for other things. So I just kind of eyeball it based on what size I cut my sock form into, and then I'll just wipe off the excess glue and cut out my foam. Now the reason why I'm going to cut the cardboard is I'm going to be marking off the pattern that I'm going to need on the other side, and I don't want it to accidentally not be on the foam. Hope that is making sense. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, even though all I'm getting ready to do is to draw a pattern on it. I have to at least mark it so I know where my white foam paper is. Now, this does not have to be fancy. You're just getting a general idea. So you just need to cut it out. You can see this isn't exactly rocket science here. I'm just trying to get a flat area that won't show up too much in order for me to glue the sock, and then this boot will be able to hold its position upright. So if I just use the craft foam, it's not strong enough to hold the weight of what I'm going to have turn into a boot. For those of you with an eagle eye, you may notice that I use 2 different glue guns, and I generally have 2 hot glue guns going whenever I'm crafting. I have a Gorilla Glue gun that does the fine tip for very particular areas, and then I have a glue gun that has the great big wide glue sticks when I want to put a lot of glue in one area very fast. Now, you don't need to do this, but that's generally what I do. Now, because it's almost as easy to make 2 as it is to make 1, and since the socks come in pairs, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 at a time as I go. And I think this would be a really fun craft for a girls' night out, or maybe a youth craft, a group craft. Maybe you're going to have a craft and then carol treat night. That would be really fun. So for whatever reason you might be making these boots, maybe it's just for decoration around the house, to take to neighbors, to take to friends, to take to your teachers, maybe for the mailman, whatever. It's just a very nice, fun way to remember someone at Christmas time. I do want to say thank you so much for watching my videos. It really helps my algorithm if you like and subscribe and share this out with whoever you can, whoever you think might be interested in a last-minute craft. I do want to give you a big, huge thank you. Okay, now I'm going to not waste any of my foam crafting materials. So what I'm going to do is I'm making the trim that goes around, and I need some long strips. These don't have to be perfection. And so I'm just going to cut them with a paper cutter, and I need them to be able to go all the way around the sole of the shoe. So I'm going to be piecing pieces together because, of course, you can't get craft foam in great big long strips. Now, I have found that if I piece them together, I can tape them together on one side and then add with my fine tip Gorilla glue gun a little strip of hot glue. And foam, craft foam, loves being glued to itself with hot glue. And I'll take a makeup spatula that I got from the Dollar Tree to wipe off any excess hot glue whenever I'm working on crafts. Those are my essentials. Okay, now I'm just going to glue this foam. Now again, this really could be just a thick piece of fabric or possibly some felt, but I absolutely love using craft foam because you can get all different colors and it just looks very nice when it's glued together. And it looks like I use it for my gnome shoes. I use it for a lot of things. So I always save every bit of it. And you can get this at Walmart or on Amazon. They don't really carry the foam at the Dollar Tree, but you can get felt at the Dollar Tree. So if you don't already have crafter's foam and you're doing this at the last minute, you can pick up some felt and do this with felt so that you can get all your supplies there. Okay, so I'm just going to add some hot glue right along the sole and at the top edge so that this will hold its position for the boot. I would love to hear what type of places or people you think would be interested in doing a craft like this. Comment below. I know I have a group of friends and we like to make some little treat at Christmas time that is not necessarily homemade because we like to secretly go and ding-dong ditch people and drop off a little treat for them. But I know a lot of people won't eat a treat that they don't know who it came from, and yet we're trying to be anonymous. So the fact that I'm going to be using candy canes, that's kind of universal, and this is just something that would be really fun to make as a girls' night out group. Okay, now I love the jewel border stickers. I use them for a lot of things. You get these in the craft area, crafter's corner in the Dollar Tree, and putting those around the edge just helps to glam them up. Now, they do have stickers on them, and I like to put them all the way around until I have the exact amount and the size that I want. But then I always go back and hot glue them on because even though they look like they're going to stick, they will pop off eventually if you don't hot glue them on. So I kind of did that part off camera. And you can get these in different colors, and sometimes they're silver or pink or whatever, depending on what color scheme you're going with and kind of depending on what color your socks are that you pick up. So again, you can just cut these with paper cutting scissors, and it looks like you've spent all this time beating everything when really it's put on some stickers, glue them on, and this is a fast, easy way to glam up any decoration. Okay, now I'm going to use the towels. These are buffing towels that you get in kind of the automotive hardware area at the Dollar Tree, but I love how fluffy they look. They really look like the top fur on Santa's boots. And so this is another thing that I always have. ready for my crafting, and it only takes a little piece here or there, and I'll use this for a lot of different things. So this is just going to be glued, hot glued on. This is, of course, a no-sew project because we want to be able to just whip this out quickly. So I'm just going to cut it. It does tend to fray a little bit on the end, causing a little bit of lint look, almost like cotton look. But once everything's glued down, it'll hold its position and not be fraying after that. I really love these car buffing towels because they look like fur. It costs $1, $1.25 at our Dollar Tree, and I can use it for so many different projects. Whereas crafter's fur from a craft store it can be a little pricey. So anyway, I'm just going to keep wrapping it around and gluing it down wherever I need to glue it. And again, always have a makeup spatula handy. The silicone on it doesn't glue down to anything, but it'll hold it in position so you don't burn your piggies, as my grandkids call them, fingers. Now, once I can get all my furry top glued down in every area, I will get some puffy yarn. Now, this puffy yarn is one of the very few things that you cannot get from Dollar Tree. They only have little skinny yarn. I ordered one set from Amazon, and I've been able to use this same strand of yarn for so many different things, so it is worth investing in. But you could use something else here if you don't have the big puffy yarn. You could go without the yarn, but I absolutely love it. So I'll put a link in the description below if you want to order some of this yarn off of Amazon, or you can occasionally get it from your local Walmart as well. When I put links in the description below, I am an Amazon affiliate, and if you use my link, I get a few pennies here or there, but it does add up. When some of my crafts, quite a few of you will order some yarn, and eventually I get a little check from Amazon, and I do appreciate that. It's just enough to keep my channel going, so thank you so much. Okay, now you can see this is coming together quite nicely. Now I'm just going to get some ribbon, and I do like wire ribbon, but it doesn't have to be. This is a glitter. I'm going with the gold look, and I'm just going to add a little strip on the top of each of these Christmas boots, and I'll cut it so that it has a nice ribbon look on the ends, and then get my hot glue gun ready. I do want to just pinch together the top a little bit. It doesn't actually have to be formed into a bow, because I'm just going to hold it in position, get my trusty spatula out to finish holding it there, and then I'm going to add some embellishments on top, and this is almost done. The embellishments that I'm adding are different things that I've picked up over the years from Dollar Tree. Now, different years, they have different things. So these might not be the exact embellishments that you can get. They come in a package with at least 25 per little package. First of all, I'm going to add just a sprig from an artificial tree to give it a little green. I trimmed these little artificial green sprigs off a piece of garland that I have. Then I get a pine cone, and this again came with a package of embellishment things from the Dollar Tree, or if you're in the right location, you might be able to pick one up outside. And then these little gift wrapped boxes, they actually came in a package. Like I say, I think there were 25 in a package or something, and I've just used them for the last 4 years or so. And then some red berry looking things. But I always just keep one little Rubbermaid full of the embellishments, because I get some and then I only use a few per year, right? Depending on how many I make. Now, if I was to make a whole bunch of these, I could use up all 25. If I use 25, you get it. Okay, so really anything goes here. And then the last but not least, you just add some treats on the top. I was thinking it'd be fun to do. They have dots in a lump of coal. You could put different types of candies, or the most simple, easy but yet fun looking is the basic candy cane. Even if you don't eat candy canes, it still looks like a fun decoration. So I think this is such a universal gift to give, and you can do this so easily at the last minute for a gift idea. You can take these treats when you go caroling or give them out to whoever is on your last minute Christmas list. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. See ya!